All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live in Zoom. Let me make sure I can see everything here. Let's see. Sorry, guys, we're going to go here in just 1 second. I just want to make sure I can see everybody. There we go. Shut this down. All right. Okay, guys, welcome to Tactical Tuesday. It is Tuesday, July 9th. Tonight, we're going to be going over reverse search and a couple of things that we can do there. If you are on YouTube, welcome. If you're in the Zoom room, welcome. We've got a chat in both. I'm going to be keeping an eye on both. Mervat says hello from Texas. How you doing, man? Texas is one of my favorite states in the union, right behind Ohio. So like I said, tonight we're going to be chatting about reverse search. If you guys have questions, make sure to ask them. I will stop and answer as many as I can. We're going to be trying to roll through this in about an hour. And if we get interrupted, I do have a 5-year-old and he may come in here and we're streaming this. So that is just the way it is. But we will keep rolling on. So I'm going to share my screen here and let's see this one. What you guys should be seeing, let me grab the chat up here again. Chat, okay. What you guys should be seeing is, let's see, my desktop. It should be an ASIN file right now. You guys are actually going to get access to this just for being here. If you are on YouTube and you're watching the replay, this is going to be something that you're going to need to drop an email address for. But for those of you who showed up live, it is going to be nothing, or it's going to cost you nothing. No email, no nothing. What this is this is a list of ASINs. It's about 110,000, just a little over 110,400 ASINs. And this is a list that has an average of 3 sellers or more over the last 90 days. Amazon is out of stock 80% or more, and it is ranks 1 through 25,000. Now, I will tell you why I built it this way. 3+ sellers tells me that it is less likely to be a private label product. So this is something that will be perfect for reverse search. 80% out of stock by Amazon means that they typically do not carry it. It's 80% out of stock by Amazon over the last 90 days, which means they could have been in stock up to 20%. But a ton of these I know are not going to have Amazon on them at all. And these are incredible ranks, 1 through 25,000. They are across all categories. It is not just toys or shoes and clothing or anything like that. It's going to be across all categories. Okay, so 110,000 ASINs you guys can run through reverse search. If you are going to run it through regular reverse search, you'll need to break it up. If you're going to use the advanced reverse search method that I'm going to show you, which is going to be utilizing the wholesale portion of tactical arbitrage, you'll actually still need to break this down to 100,000 ASINs from the 110,000. Either way, it is an excellent way to get started. Now, I am going to shamelessly plug my Tactical Arbitrage Academy. If you go to tacticalacademy.com, you can sign up if you'd like. It is a course. It's fairly inexpensive. I will not reveal how I make this list. This is something that I share with certain people only, and you got to pay for it. We did I think we've done 2 one-hour webinars on how to be able to do things like this. and it's pretty powerful. So I will give you this though. Now, like I said, we're going to be talking about reverse search. Reverse search is like product search on steroids. Product search allows us to go to a store, okay, so Walmart, Target, Walgreens, Zulily, Zappos, etc., and so on, and we can search through the category, and TA goes out and finds matches from the products they have on the source site, and then finds us, based on our filters, the products on Amazon, and shows us the ones that are profitable if we have our filters set up properly. Reverse search takes out the hard work of us having to figure out, today I want to go in and I want to search Walmart, and I'm just going to search Walmart toys today. Reverse search will allow us to go in, grab toy ASINs, and it's going to allow us to then reverse search at all of the sites that Tactical Arbitrage supports, as well as any XPath sites that you may add to Tactical Arbitrage, and find the products from Amazon matching at source sites. Okay, so it allows us to kind of reverse engineer the process and be able to go in. We could do keyword searches. We could do the trending. We can scan the most wished, the movers and shakers. We can parse the data from Amazon in a ton of different ways. We can even go in and something I like to do is actually search for keywords. So for example, let's say that I want to go in and I want to look at replenishable items. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, okay, I want replenishable items, so I need to go to the grocery section. I need to look for shake and bake and mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and so on and so forth. But that's not the case always. You can go in and you can look for socks, underwear, undershirts, batteries. There are all kinds of things, paper plates, and all these things that you use, throw away, and rebuy. Okay, if you just think about your own life, there are a lot more replenishable items out there than just grocery items. One of my favorite categories is health and beauty. Those are all replenishable items. If you get a face cream, or if your wife gets a face cream, they're going to use it, and then if they like it, they're going to replenish it. Same goes with makeup. They're going to use it, they're going to throw it away, they're going to replenish it. So there are a lot of things outside of just food items that we need to expand on to look for replenishable items. Okay, and then when it comes time to look at toys, okay, when Q4 is going to be on us in no time, I do use both lotion and makeup. I have to look my best when I come on these lives. Come Q4, I can start just taking my son's Christmas wish list and going out and finding profitable products. For example, he's really into this thing called Beyblades right now. When I was a kid, they were called Tops. And I can go and I can find Beyblades or Transformers or, anything else that he might be into. And typically I can find that and be able to flip it profitably. Okay, so that's one of the methods that I really like. But we're going to go through this. We're going to set up a reverse search. We're not going to go through the data tonight. We went through the data last week. I do have some active searches that we could go through, but viewing the data really is the same, whether it's a product search or a reverse search or a wholesale or anything like that. Okay, the only time it really becomes different is when we're looking at Amazon flips, and we'll dive deep into that not next week, but in week number 4. Okay, so let me just make sure here. Judith, we will be talking about scheduling searches. We're actually going to have an entire week on the search manager and why it's important to know the ins and outs of the search manager, and that will include scheduling searches. It will not be this week, but we'll probably get into it in week 3. Okay. All right. So Before we keep going, guys, if you have questions, please make sure to ask them. I will answer every single question. But let's dive into tactical arbitrage reverse search. Okay, one of the most powerful things that you can do with reverse search before you get it set up is you can figure out where you have discounts. Okay, now you can use a tool like RevROI to be able to find this. For example, if we go to just target.com right now in RevROI, we can see that top cashback has 2.3%. Giving Assistant is really close. I really like these guys because I can have a portion of it go to a charity, which I end up having 10% go to Operation Underground Railroad for any cash back I get, and the rest of it comes to me, and they pay weekly. And then there's a bunch of other ones in here as well. You've got Ebates and so on and so forth. But the other thing is we can go to discount gift cards. With discount gift cards, it says there are none available at target.com. I don't believe that. I bet you there are probably some available, and we need to have this looked at. That's kind of embarrassing to happen live, but it happens. But there's probably going to be some discount gift cards available. I'm guessing somewhere between 4 and 7% off. Okay, so you can do this for a bunch of stores, especially the places where you're going to search frequently. Okay, I have there's a 20% discount I have had at Walgreens. I was just banned from Walgreens the other day, but there's also some of those available at places like Bed Bath and Beyond, and all kinds of other things that you can look for in store price reduction, or to get your store price reductions. Now, in your settings, before you ever even go in to do a reverse search, you can set your discounts. Okay. Now, there are a couple ways to do this. One is manually, which is a great way to do it. It'll take a little bit of time, and you can go in each one of these and set your discounts. Okay. The other way to do it is actually to have Tactical Bucket. Tactical Bucket will allow you to choose what cashback and gift card sites you want to go after, and then it will import the discounts for you just by clicking the Tactical Bucket icon. Okay, you can import these discounts. I'm not going to do it right now, but it does it in just a few seconds, and it brings all the gift cards and cashback in here. Okay, and does that for you automatically. It's an incredible feature of Tactical Bucket, and it's available on the lowest plan, which is $39 a month for Tactical Bucket, worth every single penny, and built by an absolute genius. Okay, so that's what you're going to want to do if you can. Now, a lot of times I will run this without discounts. What happened with Walgreens? I was absolutely murdering them and just buying way too much. I could spend $700, $800 a day at Walgreens, and they finally said, "You've had enough, sir," and they kindly asked me to leave their online store. It happens, so no big deal. Let's see here. So let's talk about setting up a reverse search. There are several ways to do this, okay? I'm going to be showing you USA and sellingon.com. I'm going to have my cache set to 10 days. You can do a cache-only search if you'd like, but I would not suggest that. I would leave that cache-only search turned off. The one thing that I will suggest is that you should also show title/image matches. Now, the reason for this is that the image match algorithm has become infinitely better over the years. And Tactical Arbitrage is actually able to go in and find items that maybe, let's say a car, for example. You can actually have Tactical Arbitrage find a car that's in a box on a source site and not in a box on Amazon, and it will match them up properly, okay? So the image match has gotten really, really powerful. And it used to be that people would be like, well, I'm only going to do UPC searches. And that's just not necessary anymore because the image matches are incredible. And it will allow you to spread out your fishing hooks, if you will, to a lot more places than just the UPC sites only. Okay. Now, when you're setting this up, you have a couple of options. You can import bulk product codes. This is the way that I typically set up my scans. I will import bulk product codes, and there are a couple of ways to do this. The first is with is with Storefront Stalker Pro. Okay, Storefront Stalker Pro will allow you to not only stalk storefronts. So, for example, if we come over here and we type in, let's say, PharmaPacks, Amazon, we're going to pull up their PharmaPacks their PharmaPacks Amazon profile here, and we're going to be able to stalk this storefront. Now, they have over 100,000 items. We're not going to be able to get that many with Storefront Stalker Pro, but if we right-click on the page and hit all ASIN from the seller page, it's going to go in and do 150 pages for us. I can't remember if that's 2,000 now or what it is, but it's a lot of ASINs. Okay, typically we're not going to be grabbing ASINs from storefronts that are this big, so we can get 150 pages from storefronts. This is a really powerful way to grab ASINs, because it allows you to go out and find people who are either on listings that you may also be on, and when you go and look at them, maybe they have good feedback, maybe they have more items than you do, or they have around the same number of items as you do, and you want to see what you might be able to get from them. You can run Storefront Stalker Pro right on their storefront, grab 150 pages of ASINs. You can download it in TA format. Okay, so we'll call this PharmaPacks, and then it's ready to upload to Tactical Arbitrage. Okay, now the other thing that I like to do is right on Amazon. Let's say that we want to look up athletic socks. Okay, now I have 40,000 athletic socks that we can pull from. Now, we're not going to be able to grab all of these because Amazon limits us to a certain number of pages, okay? But what we can do is I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to pare down these results. So I'm going to go to men's socks, and I'm going to do a rating, actually 7,000. That's perfect. So what I can do now is I can right-click and go to Storefront Stalker Pro and grab all ASINs from this page. And it's going to go in and it's going to grab all 7,000 ASINs for me. You can see 155 pages. This will go up to 400 pages. Okay. You can do the same thing with toys, underwear, undershirts, all those things that you can think of. This, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to be able to grab ASINs and build a really large list to be able to go out and do your reverse searches from. And Storefront Stalker Pro should pay for itself just in a week or two. Does brand exclude list work with? Yes, absolutely. So if you have something called IP Alert, which is a extension that we built, and you import that into your brand exclude list, yes, brands are excluded in all searches: wholesale, reverse, product search, flips, whatever you exclude from your brands, it will exclude from any search no matter what. Okay. And if you aren't familiar with the brand exclusions, we'll get into that when we really dive deep into the settings and all the things that are possible in there, probably in around week 5 or so. Okay. So Storefront Stalker Pro is an absolute must. It's $149. If you are watching this, if you're watching this on the replay, there is going to be a link. It is an affiliate link. I will get paid if you purchase it at no extra cost to you, just to kind of keep me being able to make these videos. The program you see is DS View, I think. Yeah, a DS View, I think. It's $19.99. one time for this particular product. It's just on the Google Chrome store. And it just gives you a little bit of information without actually having to click through to the product. And it works on storefronts, and it works on Amazon product pages here. You can see the replay of last week's webinar on my YouTube channel. I will get a link for you guys in my weekly Friday email. I have a playlist called Tactical Tuesday, and everything will be in there. Okay, so we've talked about Storefront Stalker Pro. All right, that is one way that I import bulk product codes. The other way is going to be using Tactical Bucket. Okay, Tactical Bucket is going to allow you to grab up to 500,000 ASINs, the top 500,000 ASINs. Now, the data is not it is not always the freshest, because this data has to be grabbed all the time. So it's usually a couple of days old, but it is always being updated so that you always get as fresh of data as is possible without Tactical Bucket breaking Amazon terms of service. Okay. So what you can do here is you can actually go in and look at the current day, the 30-day average, the 90-day average, or the 180-day average. And let's say that we wanted to go to toys. We could grab the top 500,000 today. And then you can actually break these down. So let's say that I just wanted to see the top 25,000, the top 25,000 ASINs in toys. I can do that here. Or if I wanted to see from 25,000 to 75,000, I can do that just like that. And I can actually grab all of these ASINs, and I can break them up into 25K ASIN files that are ready for tactical arbitrage, or I can grab them all in one single CSV file. Okay, you can do this for every category on Amazon. You can also do the additions, the last 7-day editions, the last 30-day editions, the exits, and so on and so forth. I'm not really going to dive deep into those. I have a Tactical Bucket webinar that I did that teaches you everything about this on my YouTube channel. We dove deep into everything that you can do here and how you can work it with tactical arbitrage. And you can check that out on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, just look up Tactical Bucket webinar, and that'll show up. Now, once you build a list from here or with Storefront Stalker Pro, let's talk about actually building your reverse search. Okay, if you have a bulk product code list, you click Upload New File, and you can import this from Google Drive. Okay, so you just click the button and import any file from Google Drive that is a CSV file. Alternatively, we can import a file from our desktop. So I have this ASINs file, and I've chosen it. I'm going to upload it. It's actually going to break it off at 25,000 for me. So you're going to see a little warning up here that says we're only able to pull in 25,000 ASINs. Well, you can see that here. 25K, because I assume we should run, label, and save TA file, clear out the search, and start with the next 25K. Yes, this was limited to 25,000 to really not overwhelm TA's servers, okay? And it stayed at 25,000 for reverse search because that's been fine. Now, there is a way that we can actually do 100,000 at a time. All right. And I'm going to show that to you guys as well. Now, and the TA servers have gotten a lot more powerful, and it's really not it's not too much of a concern anymore. However, if everyone was able to run 100,000 multiplied by 7 or 10, depending on what TA account you have, it could get busy real fast. Okay. So that's why it was limited to 25,000. Now, Once you've imported that, you would see that it gets uploaded. You're going to see the name of your file right here, and you are able to start filtering. Okay. Now, the other thing that you can do, and let's say we have not imported a bulk product list, you can do a quick search. Now, I will be honest, I am not a big fan of the quick search. It allows you to bring in 100 ASINs, UPCs, or ISBN. ISBN are book numbers at a time. 100 is fine, but a lot of times you're just not going to get the results that I think you should get. I feel that tactical arbitrage is something that you should set up in the morning or before you go to bed, before you go to work, and let it run for a while. Okay, give it some time to do its thing. It's not necessarily something that we use for really quick hits. Okay. So what we do here in my house is we actually set up scans at night before we go to bed, and then they're ready for us, around the morning time or lunchtime the next day, so we can start going through our results. And you'll see we have 3 searches running right now, and these will all be looked at tomorrow. And some of them will also be looked at tonight by our VA as well. Okay. So this quick search is available. I don't suggest you use it that much. All right. You can also do a quick keyword search. Now, I showed you the keyword search on Amazon using Storefront Stalker Pro. You can do the same thing inside of Tactical Arbitrage. Let's say that we want to look up athletic socks, okay? And we want to look at just the clothing, shoes, and jewelry category. We can do that. Tactical Arbitrage will go out and grab the data from Amazon for us, and it will pull back those ASINs automatically. Okay, you can do that with brand names if you wanted. So, trying to think of a brand. Let's say we wanted to do Marvel or we wanted to do Hasbro. Okay, you can do the toys category for that, or you could leave it blank and just look at all the categories that might have Hasbro in it. Okay. And that's really the way to use the quick keyword search. I don't use it that much. I prefer to upload bulk product codes or bulk ASINs. I think that's the best way to use the reverse search, but this is available. Okay. You can save your filters just like anything else. Okay. You see that last used is going to be the default. So it's going to default to the last filter that you had in here. Okay. You can also have some saved ones in here, and those are very easy to set up. We'll do that another time as well, setting up saved filters. All you do is set up a filter, and then you're able to name it and click the save button. Okay. But you can select from these here. Now, when you do have a search ready to go, you can name it. Okay. So for example, I would say ASIN list. This is 0 to 25K. Oops. 80% out of stock and 3+ sellers. Now, the reason that I get so descriptive is so I know, or descriptive is so I know exactly what it is. So for example, if I went to Amazon and I looked up those athletic socks and I pulled all the athletic socks back, then I would come in here and I would name this athletic socks or purses or whatever else I'm going to be looking at. Okay. It makes it a lot easier to see in your search manager when you do that. Okay. Now, outside of importing your bulk product codes, the other thing we can do is we can scan bestsellers. You can scan the most wished, You can also scan the movers and shakers. Now, in the bestsellers, what you're able to do is in level number 1, let's say we want to go automotive, you're going to be able to scan the top 100,000 bestsellers on Amazon at any time. Okay. If you decide to go into the level 2, which will give you categories, and then level 3, say car care, this is going to give you the subcategory of car care in automotive. Any subcategory you choose is going to allow you to go I believe it's still 3,000 ASINs deep. Okay, so if you are really interested in niching down in something like car care or interior accessories, you're going to be able to find the top 3,000 best-selling ASINs in that, in that particular subcategory of the top level category. Okay, now typically I just keep it to the top level category. Okay, the only time you may want to look outside of that is in books. But in most of the other categories, I don't think it's necessary. Okay. Now, one of the other things we can do is we can actually scan for the most wished items. This, I think, is going to come in very, very handy in Q4. Okay. If we go into most wished and you scan the most wished toys and games in Q4, you should have a ton of product to be able to sell if you are ungated in toys and games. The same is going to go with another great category is grocery and gourmet food in Q4, which again, it's July, but Q4 is going to be on us pretty quickly. And then kitchen and dining is going to be another one that's great in Q4 as well. Now, because there is going to be a rising tide, it's going to lift all boats, but those are some of the ones that get lifted the highest during the Q4 rush. Okay. This is basically just going to scan all of the items that are in the most wished lists, and that's all it does. Okay. Now, the movers and shakers. This one is interesting. Amazon has a movers and shakers list, and it changes every single hour. Okay. If you scan the movers and shakers, you will be able to find items that are going up in ranks and selling really quickly. Matter of fact, if you look at those online on Amazon, movers and shakers, Amazon. Let's look in. I always like to look at toys. They're nice and easy too. We look at toys and games. We've got, I believe it's still 100. Yeah, it's going to be 100. So you're going to be able to see items that are currently ranked 100. We can see that this is gone. This is raised 90,000%. The sales rank is 174. It was 158,000. So I don't know what happened that made that, shoot up the ranks. Could have been a YouTube video, could have been all kinds of things. Okay. But we can see that this is now the #1 mover and shaker in the toys and games category. This can also be really, really powerful in Q4 because you're going to be able to find items that are becoming really, really popular and then go try to find them to flip them. Okay. And you don't have to worry about things like, for example, in Q4, if let's say there's a board game and it's ranked #1 in movers and shakers, and it's, gone from 5,000 to #1, there might be 400 sellers on it because it's a really hot flip, but that's not going to be a big deal. Okay. You're going to be able to turn that thing over pretty quickly. All right. So that is the other way that you can scan in reverse search. Okay. Now, once you have that all taken care of, you've decided whether you're going to import bulk product codes, or maybe you're going to scan some best sellers over here. I'm going to turn this bulk product codes back on. It's time to go in and filter your products, okay, or filter how you want to see the view data. Now, I always put on the sales tax, even though I do have a sales tax certificate or a reseller permit here in Florida. Not all sites are going to accept that. So I put in 7% just to show the sales tax that I might pay. I typically do not put in price reductions, okay? You can if you know them, or you can import them from Tactical Bucket, and you can turn it on over here so that it's as per set discounts. You can set the discounts here as well as in your settings. But typically I leave this off, and then I will find discounts manually just because sometimes you don't get them. And I want to make sure that I have the right price up front and I'm not making a blind purchase. Okay. You can remove items. This is just like we talked about last week. These are all of the options that you have. You can remove the current ranks over a certain amount. You can use this as per your settings, where you can use a keep a product count. So top 10% or top 7% or even top 4%. And you can go in and change these manually if you want to as well. Okay. You can remove if the estimated sales is less than X. I would, if you're going to use this on a loose filter. So I typically do 1 or 5 or sometimes 10, just depending on what we're looking at. You can remove if the number of sellers is less than X and more than X. So if you only want to see things that have maybe have less than 20 sellers but more than 3 sellers, you can do that. Just like last week, I would suggest that you use this sparingly as well. It's not the number of sellers that matters. It's the number of competitive sellers on a product. So if you have a product that has 100 sellers, I would imagine that there may only be 5 or 7 or even 10 that are actually going to be competitive for the buy box. And some of them you'll see will be priced, $10 or $20 above the buy box. Some of them are going to be fulfilled by merchant, and you're going to be able to be priced above them by 5 or even 10%. Let's see, right now I have a product where I am priced at 25% above the merchant fulfilled seller, and I am holding the buy box 100% of the time. If I'm in stock, I'm 25% above the FBM seller, and I'm holding the buy box 100% of the time. Now, that's not always going to be the case, but it can be the case in some instances. Okay. You can remove third-party sellers from the results. I will typically do this. I don't want to see third-party sellers on Walmart. Sears, third-party sellers are removed automatically. I sometimes, Rakuten, I don't always want to see their third-party sellers, but they do have some big stores. So you can remove the third-party sellers if you want. Most sites do not have third-party sellers. Target is just starting to get them. There's only, I think, a handful of third-party sellers there. Places like Jet, they have third-party sellers, Walmart, Sears, Kmart, but a lot of other places are not going to have them anyway. You can remove oversized products if you want. Again, this is one that I would not suggest that you do. We talked about it last week. I gave an example of something that I had sold, which was a water cooler, and I shipped it FBA, and there is still money to be made with oversized products. Sometimes a lot of money because a lot of people don't want to sell them. You can remove out-of-stock products from the source site. That is not always advisable because you can also keep an eye on those products for later on to be able to bring those, or you can get an alert in one of your folders to let you know that they've come back in stock. You can remove if Amazon contains no weight or size data. I typically don't use it, but it's not a horrible idea. If you don't want to deal with having to get the weight and size data to Amazon, you can do that. But again, I don't mind taking a little bit of time and giving them that information. You can remove if, say, Amazon is also a seller and now in stock. I know a lot of people that use this, but I would suggest you don't. If you're doing blind reverse searches where you've gone and grabbed ASINs from Storefront Stalker Pro, or you're using the best sellers, one of the issues with using this is Amazon could be in stock right now while your search is happening, but maybe it's something that they don't keep stock of very often, or they run out on a regular basis, and you could grab those sales. You could grab those sales while Amazon is out of stock. You can remove if the number of reviews is less than X. I know that there's a lot of clothing and shoe sellers who will do this. They don't want to have items where maybe the reviews are less than 20 or 30. You can also remove if the rating is lower than X. So let's say that you don't want a star rating of lower than 3.2 or maybe 2.5. That gets to be more important when you're selling shoes and clothing. You don't want items that are getting returned often for fit problems or things like that. But typically, I don't pay too much attention to the rating outside of shoes and clothing. A lot of times you're going to see something that, someone's just unhappy with the price, especially in Q4, or if an item gets really hot. The only time I'll really pay attention if it's really bad and it seems like it might get returned quite a bit and wipe out all my profit, then I'll take a quick look at the rating, but I don't pay it too much mind. I like to look at more of a holistic view, okay? You can remove products with a source price of less than X and more than X. This will filter the prices at the source site. So maybe you don't want to spend less than $5 on a product to flip, which I would not suggest. You can buy products for $1 and make money on them. And maybe you don't want to spend more than, say if you have a limited sourcing budget, maybe you don't want to spend more than $20 on any single product. I can understand that, okay? I would use that sparingly, but if you are really trying to be tight on a budget, you could do something like that. You could also remove products with an Amazon price of less than X and more than X. So let's say that you don't want to sell anything for less than $7, and maybe you don't want to, or maybe you don't want to sell anything for more than $100. You can use this filter as well. Again, I would use it sparingly and pay attention to the data more than what price it's selling for. I'll sell things for $250 if the ROI is there, and I don't think it's something that's going to be returned very often. Okay, let's see here. Remove products if Amazon title contains the words. So this is back to last week. If you want to remove things like bundle, pack, count, quantity, if you want to remove those kind of items, then if they have this in the title, you can remove those, okay? I would be careful with those. TA is getting, so Tactical Arbitrage is good about multi-packs, as long as Amazon has the right data, okay? People will get frustrated sometimes, say, well, TA is showing me that this item is a pack of 1, but I can see that it's a pack of 4 on Amazon. And that's going to happen sometimes. The reason that is because on the back end, you have to put in the quantity of an item. Now, some people will say, well, I put 4 units into a poly bag, so it's a quantity of 1 poly bag full of 4 units, and they've built the listing improperly, okay? So Amazon reports that as 1 as the quantity, and that's what TA sees, okay? But when the listing is built, I actually had this problem. I almost sourced the item. The picture was an item of 1. It did not say pack or bundle or quantity of 4 in the title, but down in the listing, it says pack of 4. And I just barely noticed it before pulling the trigger. And the listing was built improperly by whoever built the listing. That's not Tactical Arbitrage's fault. That's whoever built the listing's fault. And that is going to be getting better over time. Amazon is cracking down on that kind of thing. They want your counts proper and correct. They want your quantities right. They want the ounces right, because they're trying, it seems anyway, that they're really trying to clean up the catalog to make a better customer experience. And if you know anything about Amazon, customer experience is number 1. So I think we're going to see that over the next 6 months get a lot better. It's not starting right now, but you're going to see it right after Prime Day. I think you're going to see a lot of things changing inside the Amazon catalog, and I think it's going to make sourcing better. Okay. Now you can remove products containing the brand, so you can actually remove brands here. I would suggest that you set those brands up inside of your settings area. You can do a lot more, okay? But if there's a particular brand that you want to make sure not to source, so let's go back to our athletic socks. Let's say that I want to I want to source athletic socks, but I do not want to source any Nike. I can put Nike in here, okay? That goes for anything. You can put any brand name in there, and it will remove products containing that brand. We talked about removing a product if the Amazon buy box is not at least X times the store price. When I was new to Amazon, there was a rule that was made popular by Chris Green that says you should source items that are selling on Amazon for 3 times what you can buy it for. That gives a third for your buying, a third for Amazon fees, and a third for yourself. Now, in today's day and age, that's not always possible. And if you're selling quantity, it's not going to happen. Okay. So if you're going to use this, I would not use 3 times the price. I'd use something like 1.2 or 1 or things like that. But I'd also suggest just not using this very much. Okay. Now, this seasonal buy box price and calculations, we talked about this last week as well. You can turn this on and you can actually go back in time and compare the prices from source sites to a seasonal buy box. This is helpful if you're, say, looking at things for Easter or any other holidays that might be coming up that you're sourcing for. Back to school is going to be coming up. So if you're looking at back to school items, you could compare the prices from the source site, compare it to last year during the back to school shopping season, or you can also use this for the average price during a specific date range. So maybe you want to compare products right now to the average price over the last 90 days. You could do that here as well. This is a powerful tool. It can be a little confusing, so you want to make sure that you really understand this before you use it. But it can be very helpful. Average prices are built into the TA results as it is, so you don't necessarily need to use this as much as it was once used. Okay. Your costs and fees, you're always going to want to make sure to fill in your costs and fees to make sure your profit and ROI is there. You can see that we don't put in any prep costs per product, but we do for bundles, and then we have 75 cents per pound shipping to Amazon. 75 cents just about covers our boxes and covers our actual cost to ship to Amazon. We ship mostly to the Eastern Seaboard area in our shipments, and so our shipments are staying pretty inexpensive, around 30 to 35 cents per unit. They've gone a little bit higher now that dimensional weight is absolutely necessary. So we put in 75 cents per pound, and that usually takes care of the box as well as the shipping. And then we've got materials cost in here if we create bundles. And like I said last week, if you are using a prep center, you're going to want to make sure that you put in your prep costs. A lot of times that is going to be $1 or $1.50 per unit, and it's a little bit more for oversized products. So make sure you know your numbers, put them in here so that you know upfront that you're making a good buy. Okay. Your profit and ROI. We are currently using $3 profit, and this actually should be 20. That's not 30. I think we were running a test scan earlier today. But we're running $3 profit and 20% ROI. That's probably a little bit tighter than I would suggest most people run it at, especially if you're new, because I want you to see more data so you can get used to it, see how things look. But we're running a lot of scans, so we allow TA to do the heavy lifting for us and show items that have a $3 profit and at least 20% ROI. If you're running 7 or 10 scans, depending on how many you have available to you at one time, you could tighten that up a little bit more, but I would not go too much tighter on that filter. You want to make sure that you are seeing more data rather than less. Okay, you can always use the on-page filters to pare this down a little bit, and you can always go loose here and then tighten things up on the back end. Okay. Now, out of stock. One of the things that we always turn on is also show Amazon out of stock results. The Amazon out of stock results can be a really great way to make a profit. If an item is out of stock on Amazon, TA, and what I mean by out of stock is Amazon is not selling it. There are no third-party sellers selling the item. If that is the case, tactical arbitrage will typically not show you the item. Okay. So I always turn on also show Amazon out of stock results, because if an item is out of stock completely, currently unavailable on Amazon, I want to be able to see that. If I'm able to source that product at a point where it has been profitable in the past, I will sell that all day, every day. Okay. And so what you do there is, if it's currently unavailable, then let's say that you can source it for $5, and you can see that over the past 3 months or 6 months, that when it's in stock, it sells for $15 or $11 or whatever, and you can make a profit on it, then I will bring it back in stock, and I will be the only seller of the product. Okay. Now, these do not happen every day, but when they do, they can be incredibly profitable. I was able to bring a product back in stock not too long ago. It was out of stock for, I think, 20 days, and we were able to source it for around 7, and we could see that it was selling regularly for $39.99 or $29.99. Sorry, it was selling for $29.99. So we brought it back into stock. We played the price at $35.99. It didn't really move for a couple of weeks, so we brought that price down to $29.99, and all of a sudden it started moving, and we were able to bring that back in stock. We were able to stock that out for about 3 months. We got another seller on it, and then the price started going down a little bit, and then we stocked out of it. Okay. But those can be incredibly profitable opportunities. Now, you'll see another filter here where it says show only Amazon out of stock results. You should not use this very often. The show only Amazon out of stock results is going to show you items where there's no Amazon sellers at all, but it's not going to show you anything else. And one of the things that we get quite often in support is, hey, I've got products here and I have a source site, but there's nothing on Amazon. Why is that? It's because you're seeing only Amazon out of stock results. So use this sparingly or not at all. Always use the also show Amazon out of stock results. That one's super, super important. So reverse search is one of my favorites. I would suggest that you guys use this. I've got a couple questions I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to show you how to be able to 4 times your reverse search. Okay. Right now, if you've just got a tactical arbitrage account today, you would be able to run 7 reverse searches of 25,000 in tandem. Okay. I'm going to show you how to be able to 4 times that here after we answer some questions. Mervet asks, is there a way to add different stores' discounts to the same reverse search manually? Yes, you can do that in the store price adjustments. You can move this over to store price reductions as per discounts, and then you can set these discounts up here. Okay, it's got each one of the sites. You can do those manually. From here, you can also do that in your settings. I can't open my settings back up, or I'd show you my storefront ID, but you can also do that in your settings as well, which I showed at the beginning of this video. Let's see here. I've got one more Q&A question. Would your reverse search filters change vastly compared to your product search filters? Or do you use filters universally? I typically use filters pretty universally. I go pretty loose on filters, and then I will, if I have way too many results to go through, I will pare them down with the on-page filters, and then I will come back and look at more and so on. But typically, I'm pretty loose on the filters universally everywhere. That's all right. You don't have to have tactical bucket, man. You can, if you can find, wondering how to get those discounts if you don't have Tactical Bucket, I'm going to give you guys a couple of websites. The first one is giftcardwiki.com. Gift Card Wiki is a place where you can see all of the discount gift cards. Okay, so we can see, and it looks like Rev ROI may need fixed. I'll have to talk to my developer about that. We can see Target here. We can buy up to 15% off right now. So what I'll do here is, let's say I'm going to source at Target. I will turn off all physical gift cards. I can see that I can get up to 15% off from Card Bazaar. I've never really bought from Card Bazaar, so you do need to be careful and make sure that these are reputable places to buy from. Some of them can be, like these have 1-day warranties. I'm not really interested in those. I want to be able to get my money back if for some reason the card doesn't work. So I'd probably completely forego Card Bazaar, okay? I'll get rid of them here. Don't want to see them. And let's turn off bargain gift card. So Card Cash, gift card spread, and raise. These sites, they have 60 and 45 days on them. I can get gift cards for up to 10% off from gift card spread. Here's one, $9.99. So if I'm going to spend $1,000 at Target, here it is for 10% off. That's a pretty big savings, okay? And you could add that in manually, all right? Rev ROI will show this for you as well, show all this data as well. Looks like Rev ROI needs a little bit of a fix tonight. I'll have to check and see if that's a just one site or if it's several and we've got to have a larger fix, but we'll get that fixed. Now, the other thing you can do is you can check out cashbackmonitor.com. Cashback Monitor is going to show you great places to get cash back from. Rev ROI does this as well. It could be user owner error on Rev ROI. Full disclosure, Rev ROI is something that I built, and it does all this for you automatically without you having to go through and search these sites. But let's say that we go to Cashback Monitor and type in Target. Okay, we can go in and we can find these cashback places for Target. We've got Kindly, we've got Top Cashback and Giving Assistant. And then you can also see travel miles and credit card points and any other kind of reward points you might be able to use. So those are two of the ways that you could do this, excuse me, manually, okay? All right. Yeah, thanks, Greg. I do believe Rev ROI pays for itself almost immediately. It's $4.95 a month, and actually pretty soon, yeah, there are going to be some changes to Rev ROI that are going to be in the interest of the user. So, yeah, it's going to be good things. Okay, now, before the night is over, I do want to show you guys under filter. How far back does sales rank go? Oh, great question. So under filter, how far back does sales rank go? 30-day, 90-day, etc. So if you are looking at the remove filters, you can remove current ranks, average 30-day ranks, or average 90-day ranks. Completely up to you what you want to do there. That was a great question, Ashley. Thank you. Okay, now let's talk about 4Xing your reverse searches. Okay, so to be able to do this, to be able to do 100,000 in at any one time, you're actually going to leave reverse search and you're going to go to wholesale. Going to go to the wholesale search here. Now, most people think, okay, wholesale search, I'm going to be able to look at wholesale price sheets, and that is typically the case. Okay. However, you can also do reverse searches here. So what we're going to do is we are going to import a manifest. All right. And I'm going to leave this add new source blank. And I'm just going to leave this at default. Okay. I'm going to make sure that also check UPC products for image matches is turned on. And I'm going to upload a new file. Okay. I'm going to choose a file. It's going to be this ASINs file. And remember, this ASINs file has 110,000 ASINs in it, and wholesale has a limit of 100,000. Okay. Wholesale is going to see that I've got an ASIN column in here, and I'm going to upload that. Now, this may take a second to upload since I've also doing a screen recording. We'll allow this to upload. But what this is going to do is this is going to take me from 25,000 ASINs to 100,000 ASINs, which if you're gonna run 7 or 10 scans at a time, that's a whole lot more than being able to do just 25,000 at a time. Now, there are no prices available. Okay, we're not importing a price sheet. We're just importing these ASINs. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down and you're going to set your filters up just like we've talked about on the last 2 videos. Okay, you are, and Will said it right. It is deja vu. You're going to, every time we talk about filters, it's going to be a lot of the same thing. But in the wholesale, you're going to go to this other filters here. Okay, you'll see I have also show Amazon out of stock results, just like we've talked about. But I'm also going to show reverse search results of more sources. I'm going to click UPC. I'm going to click title. This is going to allow me to go and actually do a reverse search with the wholesale. Okay. When I have it set up just like this, it's going to be a mega reverse search. Okay. I click search. It says it's advisable but not essential to add a new source. That's not necessary. I'm going to click search. It's going to start running these ASINs on a reverse search, but instead of 25,000, I now have 100,000. You can run, depending on what TA, whether you have a new TA account or an older TA account, you could either run you could run 700,000 at a time. You could do 7 of these in a row, or you could run 1 million at a time. You could run 10 of these in a row. Okay. And we can see it's going to go through all of these products. Now, these are going to take longer than your regular reverse searches because there's 4 times the amount of ASINs in there, but it's going to allow you to get a whole lot more in there. Okay. Justin said, is it possible to upgrade my TA account to add wholesale flips and keep my old 10 search account? Yes, if you have an older account with the 10 searches, you can upgrade and keep that. You just need to shoot a note into Tactical Arbitrage support, and you can do that. Carrie found it. Great. How would you break down your ASIN list? Okay, let's talk about the ASIN list here. And bear with me just 1 second, guys. I'm going to put you guys on mute for just 1 second. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see. So you'd upload the same file and start at row. Yes. Yeah, there's no need to break down a large CSV, but if you do need to break down a large CSV file, you can do that pretty easily. Okay. What is this? I want to man, I'm drawing a blank, guys. Thank you. CSVsplitter.com. CSVsplitter.com is what you're going to use to split up CSV files. Okay. You can load a CSV file in there and tell, oh, CSV Splitter is gone. I forgot. I'll have to find another. I'll put it down in the notes in the replay. There is a file splitter that's available that will split up CSV files for you. And it's easy to do. Okay. It's not too hard at all. Splitcsv.com. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. There was CSV Splitter was around. It was great for a long time, and then they just shut down out of the blue. But you could do 25,000 at a time. You can do 100,000 this way in wholesale search. A lot of times, this is how we'll do it. We'll run really big ASIN lists. It's my absolute favorite way to do things. Now, before we finish up here, we've been going about an hour. I want to make sure there are not any questions. Joseph, you're getting Tactical Bucket. Awesome. There's going to be a link. I do have an affiliate for Tactical Bucket. I am going to drop that in the replay. And would love for you guys to use it. If not, no harm, no foul. But I do have an affiliate link that I will drop in the replay for Tactical Bucket. It is awesome. There's also going to be a Storefront Stalker Pro in there, affiliate link in there as well. You can make Nate pay me a few bucks if you decide to pick that up as well. Now, I want to make sure that everybody can get this ASIN list, okay? I'm going to drop it here in the Zoom chat. Paste that there. Yeah. Okay. Now, what you guys need to do with that is anyone with that link can view, okay? You can view this file. What you're going to need to do is go to File, and you're going to need to download as a CSV, okay? That will save it to your desktop, or you could save it to your Google Drive or whatever you want to do. Now, that is ASINs 1 through 25,000 across all categories, okay? It is 80% out of stock by Amazon, and it has an average of 3+ sellers over the past 90 days. You can go, I can make huge lists like this. But that is 110,000, and I show how to do that in Tactical Academy, which there'll also be a link in the replay for that as well. Let's see. Ashley, I had my reverse search say that I have over my limit of 25,000 items. What is the best way to delete items? In the CSV file, you can use that CSV splitter or splitcsv.com. Or you were over the limit on your view data page. There's a couple of ways. I need you to clarify that for me. If you were in the view data page. Okay, so in the view data page, if you are over your limit, I'll answer these here. There's a couple of things that you can do, okay? Now, I have 25 results per page. You can select all, and you can hit delete and delete selected. That's either going to do 10 or 25 or 100 for you, whichever you want it to be. Oops, sorry, Ken. You're right. That should be to, there we go. Sorry, that link is now to all attendees. I accidentally had it to all panelists, so it was just for me to see. That Google Doc link is there for you. Now, the other thing that you can do, Ashley, is if you want to, you could go in here and you could use your on-page filters, okay? And let's say that you want to get rid of, let's say you want to get rid of any items where the buy box is held by Amazon, okay? I'm going to hide those. I'm going to apply that. You're going to see that takes me from 153 items down to 59. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to deselect all. I'm going to hit delete all, and I can delete hidden, okay? So that would get rid of all items where Amazon has the buy box. Or I could do that the other way around. I could have it just show me items where Amazon has the buy box and not show me the virtual buy box or the FBA, and hit apply. Now I'm going to see 91 items. I can click delete all and delete visible, okay? Alternatively, if you want to start over from scratch and you want to get rid of all your view data, just click this delete all button, okay? And that's going to delete everything out of your view data page, okay? You could also break it down by scan, okay? So if I just wanted to delete everything that was from Sally Beauty, I could click on this result and I can hit that delete all button. So there's a lot of ways to be able to delete that. Carrie says, did I miss how to add wholesale search? I don't have it. If you mean that you don't have the wholesale option, you may have online arbitrage only, and you need to upgrade to add wholesale. You can do OA plus wholesale. You could do the full suite to get flips and wholesale and all of that. It would be up to you. But if you only have product search and reverse search, then you have online arbitrage only, and it's just a little bit more to add the wholesale to it. All right, got Ashley taken care of. Perfect. Okay. Oh shoot. Oops. All right, I'm going to add that link over into the. For those of you on YouTube, that Google Sheet, it's kind of, I don't have a window open for YouTube, but I'm going to add it to the replay. There will be a link where you're gonna have to shoot your email in, and that'll get you on my Friday emails as well, where I do a roundup of news and replays of important videos and things like that. Everybody seems to like 5 Things Friday, all about Amazon, and we've got a ton of information in there. Perfect. Joel's already running that in there. Awesome. How much is, Adrian says, how much is it to add wholesale? If you've got online arbitrage currently, let's find out, because I can't remember. So if you have online arbitrage only, you're paying 89 bucks. If you go to online arbitrage plus wholesale, it's going to be 109. So it's going to cost you another 20 bucks. Thank you, Will. Joel, I appreciate that. The Friday roundup is one of my favorite emails to write. You, Alex, all you guys do this stuff on TA are some of the smartest people. Dude, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. I'm really not that smart, but I am able to make information that Alex is a smart one. And I can take his ideas and break them down to the things that I can understand. Let's see here. Yeah, if you guys do sign up for Tactical Arbitrage, you can use my link. There'll be one in the replay for Tactical Arbitrage. You do get a 10-day free trial so that you can follow along these videos, and I will get an affiliate commission, but you can follow along these videos and hopefully find some product before you have to pay for Tactical Arbitrage. Yes, this is live on YouTube right now. So as soon as we're done, it will process and it will be on YouTube forever. I'll go put a pretty thumbnail on it, and it will go into a Tactical Tuesday playlist. Justin, any suggestions on not getting banned from sites we use for OA? Yes. Don't hammer them. Okay. With Walgreens, I'm going to be completely honest. I am super, super good at using my points and the discounts that they make available. And I was buying way too many. Okay. I mean, like, I was buying, 172 units at a time in multiple orders, and just doing things like that. So don't hammer them too hard. Now, there are going to be some places, there's Kohl's and other places that just don't like resellers. And if you're buying 5 or 7 or 8 or whatever, you might get banned. It just happens. Maybe in another video, we'll talk about how to get around bans. Okay. That's not really a topic for this evening, but it is possible to get around them. Let's see. Dollar amount range. There's not really a dollar amount range. I've known people who've gotten banned over, $100. And other people have gotten banned, when they've spent $1,000. It just depends. It's typically algorithms that do it. So there's no way to know for sure. Adrian has a great question. Should you skip a buy if you have to pay for shipping? The right answer, in my opinion, is it depends. I purchased something the other day. The website had a limit of 8, and there was no way for me to get around it. And it came to $88, and I had to pay $6 shipping. The profit was plenty, so that paying the $6 shipping was worth it. So I purchased. But there are some instances. Big Bad Toy Store is one of them. And there are a couple other places where sometimes they'll charge like $4 per unit. And I typically skip on those if they don't have a free shipping threshold. Let's see. I'd love to share them with you. I wish I could. I'm still selling several of them until I run out. I'm not going to make it to ASD this month. We've got a busy travel schedule this rest of the year. We're going to California and Costa Rica and possibly one other place. So I'm going to have to skip ASD this month. Next week, I think we are going to talk about wholesale for next week's topic. And I'm also going to, I meant to do this last week, but I'm going to get a questionnaire out to everybody so that I can kind of have some questions up front and also make sure I hit on topics that everyone is curious about. Let's see. Carrie, yes, you should be on my list by being here tonight. I'm going to make sure that that everything from Zoom is ported over to my email list. Let's see here. Ken, if you signed up for this Zoom, I will get you on the email list, and you'll make sure to get my Friday email this week. And let's see here. Was there a change in the IP alert on the main view page, the little button? There should not be. If you are on the view data page and you are an IP alert user, you should see under the brand column, there is a green check mark for things that have not been associated with IP complainers. And there will be a red alert button for items that are known to be IP complainers. But if you have an issue, shoot me a PM and I'll get you taken care of. All right. Okay. We do need to give away some free shirts. For those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry, I don't have a way. Actually, you know what? I will get you back on here so I can take a look here. Let's take a look. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we're going to give away a couple of Tactical Arbitrage shirts. What we're going to do is, for the first one, it's going to be an easy one. The first person to guess my favorite college football team gets a free shirt. Boom. OSU. Will, you win, sir. Will, shoot me a message with your address and your size and the color you want. I would imagine you take a pink and shoot that over to me, and I'll get you taken care of. All right, we got 20 people on here. Kevin, since you're here, you're going to be on my email list. I did not port them over to my email provider last week, but I will make sure to do that for this week's 5 Things Friday. All right, this next question, we have 20 people who are here live. I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 20. Hold on a second. I've got it. Go ahead. First person to throw it out. 13. There it is. Kenneth Smith. 13. Got it. All right. So Will and Kenneth, you guys win shirts. Private message me on Facebook or shoot me an email to chris@cleartheshelf.com. I need your address. I need your size and the color that you like. Will, you're getting pink. You don't have a choice. I will get those shirts out tomorrow. For the people who I owe a shirt from last week, if you want to shoot me another, Kevin, we're going to be doing shirts every single week. So next week we'll do 2 more shirts. Yeah, Kenneth Smith. I'm sorry, Ken. You'll have a shot next week. We're going to be doing 2 shirts every single week, and so I'll make sure that plenty of people get some t-shirt love. And shoot me messages, guys. Let me know. I will get to them tomorrow. I'm going to go tie a 5-year-old to their bed and make them go to sleep. So that's it for this week. If you guys have questions, private message me on Facebook. Shoot me an email at chris@cleartheshelf.com. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe this or subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out more than you know. And I heart you guys for being here. I will see you guys next Tuesday for Tactical Tuesday, and we will we'll do this again all about wholesale. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'll see you next week.